Hello there. Recently, I've installed the PSBBN Definitive patch on my PlayStation 2, and I've been doing some experimenting with it. And I've noticed something about using PSBBN in conjunction with a MemcardPro or MemcardPro 2. Specifically, with PS1 game backups played via PSBBN, the game will not send game ID to the MemcardPro, as the PopStarter emulator uses in PSBBN will create virtual memory cards, or VMCs, on your PSBBN drive when playing PS1 backups. The PopStarter emulator creates individual VMCs based on game ID and loads them when a PS1 game is launched. So you can think of it as like having an internal MemcardPro only for PS1 games. While this is a great feature, it means that people like me who have playtime on their physical PS1 games with save data on the MemcardPro won't have easy access to those save files when switching to PSBBN. While it is possible to manually swap to a game-specific memory card on the MemcardPro when starting a PS1 backup, this requires the use of the MemcardPro's web UI and defeats the purpose of a convenient automatic feature like Game ID. I did discover a method on how to import saves from the MemcardPro to the VMCs used by PopStarter, so I wanted to make this video just in case somebody has a similar setup to mine and is struggling with it also. The first thing you'll need is a program called MemcardRex. I'll link the GitHub for it in the description, and this is how we will manage importing and exporting our save files from PopStarter VMCs. It's a very lightweight program and runs off an exe without installation, and if you play a lot of PS1 games on various devices, I think it could be useful to keep around. The next thing you'll need is a FAT32 formatted USB storage device to transfer save data between your PC and your PS2. I recommend something USB 2.0 as the PS2 has trouble recognizing some 3.0 devices. An SD or microSD card in a USB adapter will also work. Before we begin, we'll need to go into PSBBN and start up the backups of each PS1 game that you want to transfer your save file to at least once. This is to ensure that PopStarter creates the necessary VMC files that we'll use later for importing our saves to. Just start the game and advance either through starting a new game or select the load option in order for the game to access the memory card and create the necessary VMC files. For this example, I'll be using Xenogears. Once the game's told you that a memory card has been accessed, you can press Start, Select, and L1 to open a menu that lets you quit back to the PSBBN interface, which will let you access the next game. After you've created the necessary VMCs, we can begin the transfer process. First, we need the save data from our original device. If using a MemcardPro, remove the microSD card from it and plug it into your computer. Go to the folder marked PS1 and copy all the files from there to your computer. You can create a dedicated folder to organize them. I called mine Original Saves. Next, we need to know the games these folders correspond to. For the MemcardPro, just open them up and there will be a name.txt file inside. Open it and it'll tell you the name of the game. So this one is Tekken 3. So I'll rename the folder to Tekken 3. While this method was designed around the MemcardPro, it'll also work with PS1 games played on PSP. Assuming you're using a Memory Card Duo SD card adapter, just insert the SD card into your computer, go to PSP, save data, and look for the game that you're wanting to copy. Most of these longer names will be PSP games, and the shorter games that start with S will be PS1 game save data. If you want to know which game that you're copying, just open the config file, look for icon 0, and open it, and it should give you the box art. Once you find the game you want to copy, just right-click the file, press copy, go back to your original saves folder, and paste it. Just make sure to rename it to something you can recognize easily. I'll call mine Xenogears Original. The next step is to get our PopStarter VMCs. Insert your USB storage device into your PS2 and power it on. Then, navigate to ulaunch ELF via the PSBBN interface. So once you're in ulaunch ELF, press circle, navigate to HDD, press OK, Scroll down to _common, then pops, and here will be a list of all your PS1 backups. So find the games that you want to import your saves to. I'm doing Xenogears. If we go inside this folder, you can see that there's two VMC files, slot 0 and slot 1. But if we go to disk 2, there aren't here. This is because the save data is only copied into the first disk for multi-disk games. So I'm going to highlight Xenogears disk 1 and press X to mark it, then press R1, go to cut and hit OK. Once I see it's copied to the clipboard, I'm going to press triangle to go all the way back to the root folder, go to mass, which is my USB device, press R1, and then press paste. If you're wondering why we're cutting instead of copying, it's because we're not going to be using PSBBN until we're finished with this process, and frankly, I don't trust ulaunch.elf to properly merge existing files together. So once you have every game that you want to copy your save into in this USB device, you can power off the PS2. Back over on the PC, once you've inserted the SD card or USB stick from your PS2 back into your PC, go ahead and open it up, find the files that you copied from your PS2, right-click them, press cut, go to your original saves folder from back before, right-click and press paste inside. Once you've done that, we're ready to start copying over. So open up MemcardRex, and you'll see this interface. So press this icon for open, navigate to your original saves folder, and open your Xenogears original save, or whichever save you're using. If it looks like this, it'll be always in the MC0 VMP. That's because this is a file from the PSP version of Xenogears. If it's from the MemcardPro, it'll be in MCR format. So once I've opened it up, you can see my clear save for Xenogears. Go back to the open button, press it again, and this time let's navigate to our slot 0 VMC from the POP starter on our PS2. So click slot 0 VMC and open it, and you should see all these free slots. This is because there's no save data inside POP starter yet. So go back to your original save file that you want to transfer, right click it, then press copy save to temp buffer, and this will move the save game to a kind of clipboard. Go back to slot 0, the first slot, right click it, and press paste save from temp buffer. Then we can just do the same for any other save files that might be in the memory card. So once all the save files you want are copied over to slot 0 of your new memory card for your POP starter emulator, go over to File and press Save. We're basically done with MemcardRex, so you can close it out now. After you've done that, go back to your original saves folder, right-click the VMC one that you've just been editing, right-click the folder, copy, go back to your USB or SD card, and then paste it back in there. Alright, so we're basically done on the PC, so let's head back over to the PS2 now. Now that we're finished copying our saves, go ahead and plug your USB device into your PS2 and power it on. We'll need to go back into ulaunch.elf to copy our saves back. Once you're back in ulaunch.elf, go ahead and hit 0. Scroll down to Mass, hit OK. Then go to your slot folder with the slot 0 VMC inside it that we were editing earlier. Mark that folder with X, then press R1, and go to Cut. Then press Triangle, go to HDD, and hit OK. Scroll down to _common, pops, and then in this folder, press R1 again, and press paste. Once the paste is done, you're basically finished. So restart your PS2 to get out of ulaunch.elf, and we'll go and check the game. Once you've restarted the PS2, the last step is to just confirm that the process worked. So we'll do that by going to our game collection and navigating to the game that we were copying save data for. For me, it'll be Xenogears again. Once we're in game, just head to continue. And here you can see my clear save for Xenogears is healthy and playable. I hope this tutorial helped you if you had a similar situation to me, and if you have any questions about the process, just leave a comment and I'll do my best to help. Thanks and have a great day.